Hello and welcome to Gaming Gain. My name is Muzz and there is the PlayStation 5, the digital version on the left and the PlayStation 5 on the right. Now, after I gathered my thoughts over the weekend after the reveal, I have decided that, or I've come to the conclusion that I like it. But I seen a black version of it where the white was all black, and I like that better. So hopefully they do that. I mean, it is certainly out there. I didn't realise that the actual front of it was a V, which is Roman numeral for 5. So that's pretty cool how they've incorporated that into the design. But it's an interesting looking machine, and I think it'll certainly stand out here, anywhere in your living room, wherever you will have it. But what the objective of this video is to rank all 26 games in order of what I thought they done for me. So 26 is games I think probably won't play or ever play, or I'm not that interested at the minute based on what was shown. And obviously number one is most anticipated coming out of that conference, the reveal video stream, whatever you want to call it. So there's 26 games to go through, and I'm just going to try and give like a little short sentence or two on why I think it's in that position, and maybe a few surprises based on your preferences. Obviously we have different opinions, but that's what the comments are for. Talk to me down there and let me know what you think of what I've ranked them. So number 26 is 2K21. As I said during the stream, I am not a basketball fan, nor have I ever been a basketball fan. I enjoy playing it, I guess, but I just grew up in a culture where it's not the dominant sport. So, and what they showed was really nothing. They showed a sweaty man, which, cool. I have never played any of the 2K games. I think one get released on the PlayStation Plus. I dabbled in it and I was like, nah, not for me. So number 25 is Jet the Far Shore. Yeah, I didn't like this trailer. I was bored by the trailer. The game looks not my cup of tea, shall we say. Just wasn't interested by the concept. The trailer, yeah, just was, in my opinion, not a very good trailer, and it didn't really show off the game that well. Number 24 is, I have them so out of order here. Goodbye Volcano High. Unique art style, I'll say that. Unique art style. Teenage dinosaurs. Don't really know what the game is. Although I was intrigued by the art style, it seems like it's going to be like a point and click game, or similar to the Telltale games, which The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, I love. But these are big IPs that I know and I've been interested in for a while. Will I go and play a game about teenage dinosaurs? Probably not, but you never know. But it is in 24th place on this list. 23 was Stray. Again, interesting design, interesting world they seem to build. But what was the game? I take it you play as a cat with a backpack, which looks quite cool and like quite cute. But what was the actual game there? Is it another, point and click game, or do you actually get to explore the world as the cat? Didn't really get much from the trailer, and it didn't really do that much for me in terms of my thought process for wanting to play the game. So what was that? 23, we're on to 22. Solar Ash. Yeah, again, just not that much shown. Not that much shown from this. I've heard Hyper Light Drifter is a good game, a very good game, so maybe if I had played that, it would be higher based on the pedigree of the developer. But as I have not, all I had to go on was the trailer, and while I thought the art style was, you know, creative, the movement seemed quite nice. The skating, they don't have enough like Jet Set Radio games where you're skating along on roller skates. But yeah, Solar Ash is number 22. 21, and this is the big one. This is the first big one that I think people will get mad at me for, and that's Hitman 3. I've never played a Hitman game before, so for me it doesn't do a lot. I understand they're very, very good games and I should go and play them, but Hitman 3, the trailer looked cool, but because I've not played them, it just reminded me that I need to play 2 more games before I play this one. So it may be a fantastic game, it may turn out to be one of your favourite games, but for me, it just isn't doing it for me. Mainly because I've not played any of the games. Number 20, Gran Turismo 7. This is the showpiece. This is, we always have these when a new console generation comes out, a racing game. It was Drive Club in the first one, which was a disaster, but Gran Turismo 7, it looked fantastic, but as a racing game, as someone who doesn't play racing games, it just didn't excite me. I mean, what did excite me was the graphics, but I'm not a racing car person. I'm not a car person. I don't drive. So I was very much tuned out during this. Apart from during the gameplay, the sound and the graphics looked incredible, but because it's a racing car game, I'm like, well, I probably won't be playing that. Number 19, where are you? There we go. Project Athena from Square Enix. This piqued something in me. This got me interested for like a couple of seconds because the trailer was only a couple of seconds long. The graphics looked very good. Very good, and Square Enix is one of the top tier, maybe not top tier developers anymore, but is a very good developer. And obviously Final Fantasy, as the remake got released to some very good response. So I'm interested to see if it's a new IP. I like that. I wanted to see new IPs, but there just wasn't enough shown for me to really put it higher on the list. 18, GTA 5. It's a game that has been on, will be on 3 generations of console now. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. That is crazy. Who would have thought when, you know, back when they were releasing it, that it would go all the way to the PS5? And it makes sense. It is a money-making machine for them. I actually play it a lot. You know, I think GT Online is a fantastic thing to experience. It's such a unique game world where you can go race, you can go own a business. It's incredible the journey that game has been on, and it seems like it's going to continue. And you get it free for the PlayStation 5 or the GT Online part. So that's cool, but again, it's a game I've played before, so my hype levels, if you like, are not that high for it because I've played it. I've played it pretty much to death, but I still want to go back and play it, especially with the new controller and whatnot. And maybe they'll upgrade it again. They'll upgrade the graphics. Well, they are. They're enhancing it and expanding it. What does that mean? That probably just means adding more stuff to GT Online. If they added honestly, the GTA 5 single player, yeah, it wasn't really, in my opinion, I didn't enjoy it. But online has certainly captivated me for years now. Next, we have on the list 17. See, I should have wrote this out in order, but I just took my notes from the other day and just wrote numbers next to them. And now I can't find 17. Have I messed up here? Found it. Found it. Oddworld Soulstorm. This was a mixed message game. Oh, He said it was going to be hilarious when your people or you encountered death, but nothing in that uh, trailer was funny. It's quite dreich, which is a Scottish word for, bleak. It was quite grim, to be honest. Um, yeah, but the Oddworld games are good. I played Stranger's Wrath. I have not played Abe's All the Same, which I should go back and play if I want to play this one. But it looked different to a lot of the games on here. It looked very good. The kind of puzzly elements of it intrigued me. I've wanted to play Abe's Odyssey. I should play the remake, but I just haven't had the time. As you can see, I have a lot of games to make my way through, and yeah. So Oddworld Soulstorm is number 17. 16 is Godfall. Seems like it's going to be like a Destiny melee type thing where it's all about the loot. The trailer was weird for this one. The trailer was awful, honestly awful. But I had actually been interested in this game before, and if you take out the trailer, the music, it looked not bad. It looked not bad. It looked like a kind of hack and slash kind of combat system. Nothing too deep, nothing too strenuous there. But yeah, it intrigued me, and I've seen it, and I'm still interested in it, which is good despite that god awful trailer. And it's no offense to the people who made the trailer. It's just, or the people who were involved with the trailer. Like the music was good. It doesn't fit that style of gameplay. Anyway, Godfall number 16. Number 15, Sackboy, A Big Adventure. What can I say about Sackboy? He has been a PlayStation mascot for a while now, and this game looks 4-player co-op. Looks fun. No harm. It's going to be probably a game that you play all the way to the end with your friends, and then that's it. Yeah, my little cousins will get a kick out of this. I mean, it looks like a fun game. I like the Little Big Planet games. I've owned all of them, and I think they are, very unique in the way that they control and they allow you to build levels, and I hope they do that in this as well, because that would sort of lose some of the charm of Little Big Planet or Sackboy, I guess. I hope they let you create your own levels, even if it's like add to stuff or whatever. But I guess that's what they've got dreams for now. 14. Where is 14? There we go. Bugsnax. Definitely the weirdest game on this list. Where do you even start? It's made by the people who make Octodad, which, if you haven't played, is a very fun, goofy game. So when I seen that, I was like, this is going to be the same, and it is. It's an island of bugs that you can eat, and then you turn into them. It seems like it's going to be quite funny as well, like the weenie hand. Oh, it just looked fun. It just looked like a fun time where you go in, eat some bugs, and then transform into those that look like food, and then transform into those foods. But the end, it was interesting. The end, it seems to, at night there seems to be like something more sinister going on, which that got me more excited than anything else. Could you imagine this fun, happy game during the day, and then at night it's like a survival horror where you're basically fighting for your life against these abominations made of the different food? It just sounds ridiculous, but it looks ridiculously fun. 13, Ghostwire. Not what I was expecting from this. The people who making this, I was expecting something a bit more, third person survival horror, Evil Within type vibes, but it looked different, and certainly got me interested to see what direction it was going. The combat looks fun. The whole hand actiony thing, I like that. and the enemies looked very creative, very different to all the enemies in video games. Probably not. I'm just spouting off nonsense, but if it's open world, I think they said it was open world, and it's exploring Tokyo, which is a cool place to explore. Apparently, I've never been, but Ghostwire Tokyo looked like a cool game. Number 12. Where are we? I don't know if I'm going to keep these in like this. I might edit them better. Number 12. Where are we? There we go. Destruction All-Stars. Car combat. What more can I say? We need more car combat games in the video game libraries because they're just fun. And this looked like a cross between Fortnite and Rocket League, where you've got your goofy mascot skins, and then you've got, you know, your cars which you can customize, and some of them have special abilities, probably based on the characters that you are. So it could even have a hero shooter element to it. But yeah, it just looked fun. Again, looked like a game that you could lose yourself in for a couple hours, or just play 1 or 2 matches, and then that's you. Yeah, nothing more to say than that. Really, it just looks like a fun car combat game. Number 11, Returnal. Name aside, because the name is mixed between obviously Return and Eternal. Definitely got, when you see the developer, Housemarque, they are, I played Resogun, what is one of the other ones? I can't remember. I thought about it before this. Anyway, they make very good games, and Matterfall is one of the other games, but that wasn't the game I was thinking of. They make very good games. Gameplay is key in their games, but it seems like they're moving towards a more story focused with this. But you could see elements of their style of game in there, and it looks very different to the previous work, which I like, but similar at the same time when you see the combat. And I think it could be, you know, a very good game when it comes out, because they have a pedigree of making just good games, this developer. So that's why it's really, the only thing was the kind of, I guess, the story bits will be interesting to see. That's where I'm a little bit skeptical about, because they're so good at gameplay, but they haven't really been tested with a story of sorts. So I'm looking forward to it. Returnal, looking forward to it. And we enter our top 10 games of the show. Number 10. Where are you, number 10? There we go. Astra Block Playroom. One of my favourite VR games is Astra Block. It's a responsive platformer that is a great time. That's the best way to put it. It is very tight in controls. It's cute as well. Little robots are just fun. Like, they just make me laugh every time. And Astra Block is just a cool mascot, and I'm glad to see that he's getting some love. It may just be an experiment for the PlayStation controller, but I've liked all the Playroom stuff that they've done on here. The PlayStation VR, the first Playroom that came out, they've done well. So I expect this Astra Block to be done well as well. Number 9 is SpiderMan Miles Morales. This would be higher if it was a full game, but it's not. It seems like it's an add-on or a standalone edition. So I've not played Spider-Man. I know how good a game it is, and I know this is going to be a good game as well. But the fact that it's only a small standalone bit kind of diminishes it in some respects. But Insomniac have made a great, fantastic world with that Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game. So I'm looking forward to playing this Spider-Man and then moving on to Spider-Man Morales. Looking forward to that when the PlayStation 5 gets released. Number 8, Pragmata. This one was the only one that we've seen, which is in 2022. which is a long way away. So why is it so high? Well, this is the leap that we want. This is the leap that we want to see. This is the first game that is really going to have the full benefit of, you know, seeing other games on the PlayStation 5 running on the PlayStation 5, and that's what's got me most excited. The concept of it looked very different, very interesting. I didn't know what to make of the trailer. I thought it certainly piqued my interest and got me to do, you know, a little bit of research into it, who's developing it and whatnot. So that's the only reason it's up here, is because it actually made me want to go and look further into it. So Pragmata is number 8. Number 7 is Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart, which the gameplay looked fantastic. The fidelity in some of the levels looked incredible. This was the first game to actually show off what they were talking about with the SDD drive, where it's like instantaneous loading, which there was a little bit of, you know, pop in, but when you see how quickly it actually like is there, it's there for like a split second and then it's straight into the level, which looked pretty cool, and it made up for the gameplay made up for that aspect of it. It's Ratchet and Clank. It's a fun experience. It's going to be a technical showcase, especially with all the particle effects and all that. So that's why it's number 7. Number 6 is Deathloop. Dishonored developers, Arcane. So automatically some pedigree there. This looks like Dishonored with some attitude, and the concept of the time loop is very, I'm trying not to say the same words. I was going to say different, unique, interesting, creative, but I've said all of them. It's not what I'd expect from this developer, and I think the action looked slick, it looked fun. Some of the powers where you're bouncing people off the wall, throwing them in the air. Obviously they've got the teleportation. It looked very slick, very cool, and the fact that there is 2 people potentially going against each other while all this is going on, that really got me interested, because I don't know how that'll work, so I'm going to keep an eye on to see when they release gameplay of that, and then I'll see. I think I may get it, I'm not quite sure as of yet, but a very cool game with a cool trailer. The trailer was very good as well. Number 5, we are now in our top 5 games. And Cana, Bridge of Spirits. The animation, the design of this game, the art style is incredible. The combat, the little furry things that you control looked fun. It looked like a game that you could play right now, and that's what's got me most excited. This is a game that looks to be coming quite soon, looks nearly done, and it looks very, very fun. Kind of a 3D platformer type vibe with some elements of maybe like a, don't say Dark Souls, maybe we'll say Godfall style combat. Yeah, so the action looked intense. The way the weapon works looks very creative, very unique in terms of it looks like a bow and then it's a spear, and it just looked incredible. I really, really liked the look of this game. It really got me excited for it. So that is why it is in the top 5. Number 4, coming down to Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn is a fantastic game, and this looked more of the same, really, apart from the graphics looked upgraded. But underwater sections, looks like we're going to San Francisco, which will be cool. Maybe get ourselves over to Alcatraz. Yeah, not much more to say. It is if you've not played for Horizon Zero Dawn, please go play it before this, because it is a great game, and Aloy, I'm looking forward to continuing her story and seeing where it goes. Number 3, Village, Resident Evil. I mean, what can you say about Resident Evil? It is a franchise that has been redefined over and over again, yet it's like a zombie. It keeps coming back. And it keeps coming back better and better. Apart from 5 and 6. 7 and 8. Look, well, 7 certainly. 8 looks more the same of 7, but there's werewolves this time. It looks like there's witches as well. I initially thought it was Van Helsing, which I like that aspect of it. It looks scary. It looks like, I hope it's in VR. I want it to be in VR. Still heard no word of VR for the PlayStation 5, which I'm getting a wee bit worried about. Although they do have a normal USB, so maybe that's a sign that it's still going to be compatible. But yeah, this Resident Evil, thoroughly looking forward to playing this game, even if it's not in VR. The detail in the mansion with the chandelier and all that, the women look very intimidating, look very not scary, but they look very elegant, which makes them almost like, I guess some Resident Evil enemies are like that. They're definitely going to transform into some, I'll tell you that right now. But Resident Evil, number 3 from the showcase. Demon Souls. Dark Souls, one of my favourite franchises. Bloodborne, just Demon Souls, a remake of the game that started it all, and I can't wait. It's going to be a hard game to play if you've not played it, but it's worth it to... Oh, nothing can beating a Demon Souls, a Dark Souls, a Bloodborne boss after attempt after attempt after attempt, and then you finally get there. And then number 1, my game of the show, Little Devil Inside. This one just blew me away with the amount that they packed into the trailer. The amount of monsters they showed, the humour as well, the horror vibes that you got off, then the heroic vibes. It had everything for me, and it is a game that I am 100% all in on. And for a smaller game to beat out some of the games like this, is pretty surprising, especially coming from my bit. But the trailer was excellent. What they showed really infatuated me, got me totally invested in it, and I cannot wait for it to come out on the PlayStation 5. It's not even going to be a powerhouse in the PlayStation 5. It's going to be, looks just like a good, great game that is going to be a huge adventure, and I cannot wait. So that is my list. That is my ranking of the 26 games from the PlayStation 5 conference. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below, and subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. See you later. Bye bye.